First question here in the third row, second in, on two.
Donovan, hi, Davide Chinellato, Gazzetta Italy. Sorry. Can you tell us about the last dunk, the one you pay homage to Vince Carter? It was over, as they said.
I've grown up, I was a big dunker. I wasn't really much of a basketball player. I just dunked and played defense. And I watch a lot of Vince's videos. And I've been seeing what he's been doing all year at his age, which is incredible. So, I figured, at my size, if I was able to get it, it would be a great dunk, a way to finish it. And actually, the funny story is I haven't made that dunk in like half a year. I tried it in practice the past 2 days and tried it this morning, didn't make it. Tried it last night, didn't make it. So to be able to or 2 nights ago, excuse me, but to be able to make it was why I was so excited.
Back here on the left side.
Donovan, you went with Dr. Duncanstein as well as a Vince Carter dunk. How important is it to you to be a student of the game?
Just knowing your history, I think, is the biggest thing. Just understanding where this game originated. I guess the OGs of the game, I guess you would call it. But just understanding, even if it's just dunking. Whether it's dunking and NBA in general. Darryl Griffith, we went to the same school in college. I know Darryl very well. And we both got drafted by the Jazz, and he was an incredible player. And to be able to pay homage to him meant a lot to me.
Standing here on the left side.
How much preparation went into this contest for you? And then once you got out there, how much did you have to improvise?
So believe it or not, I've been preparing for this since I was a kid. What am I going to do? But I didn't know I'd be able to jump this high, so it kind of added a few more tricks. But the first one, I've been doing that since high school. It just acted as if there's a wall behind the basket. The second one, I missed the first dunk, which is my original dunk, and I switched it up, and brought my sister Kevin Hart and his son out there just for fun, just have fun. And I'm glad that I'm honored that he helped me out. He's one of my favorite comedians. And the third one was supposed to be my second dunk, the one that I missed. But I figured, if I do it again, I gotta punch it home. And then obviously the last one was probably one of my favorites.
Dan over here.
Donovan, Dan Wicke with the LA Times. Can you kind of just talk us through sort of the overall? You'd said that this is something you've wanted to do from a little kid. What kind of dunker were you like earlier in your life? When did you first dunk, and kind of what was that process to get to tonight?
My first dunk was in the 7th grade outside at a park in Harlem. And the funny thing is that I had AU teammates, and we all three of us dunked for the first time on the same day. So that was a pretty exciting experience. My first dunk in a game was in the 8th grade at Greenwich Country Day School. And, from there, I just fell in love with it. I always used to lower the rims. Everybody used to go on low rims and try and do crazy stuff on it. And it came to a point where the stuff I was doing on the low rims, I was able to do on 10-foot rims. And then from there, it was like, all right, now I'm going to start watching guys. Like, I watched Aaron Gordon's highlights in high school in class, and I shouldn't say that, but that was he was one of my favorite high school dunkers. Zach LaVine as well. And so to be out there and be in the same competition as those guys and to win it is incredible.
Were there any other dunks tonight that really impressed you?
Larry's was nice. I didn't know he did it twice off the backboard. I thought he just did it once, and the fact that he did it twice, it just shows. And for a guy that height, people are easy to say, oh, it's easy for him to dunk. It's the fact that he was bringing the ball to his feet was impressive, and he paid homage to his dad. Vic had a nice one. I really wish he would have gotten the first one, though, because I was really excited. And I've seen Dennis dunk since high school, so I've seen the dunks, but he just got a little higher tonight because of the atmosphere.
Standing on your right.
Gil Barak, Sports 5, Channel 5, Israel. Hi. At what point of the day or the competition did you know that you're going to take it all the way? That you're going to win it?
After I made the dunk.
Yeah, just after the last one?
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to win, to be honest with you. If you ask anybody around me, I was like, yeah, it's fun to participate. Like, that was my thing, like, just fun to be in it. I didn't think this was going to happen. A lot of maybe y'all don't know. Like, I didn't think any of this was going to happen. So the fact that any of this is happening is incredible to me, and I'm just enjoying this whirlwind.
It's not something that you feel throughout the day. Like, this is my day. No, not at all.
Because see, the thing is, I knew how high some of these guys jumped, and I said if they make their dunks, it was all about makes or misses. At that point,
Right.
And it was just a matter of finding out at that time. There was no it's not like you can say, all right, I'm gonna make every shot. He's not scoring on me. It's a little different with dunks. You got to wait until the moment happens to figure out. All right, I might have a shot. When I'm back there changing and then the guys start missing dunks, then you start to think, all right, I got to make this, and then that's it.
Fourth row on the left side here.
Hey, right here. Valencia King out of Dallas, BCTV. It might be too early to set in, but you're obviously a student of the game, so paying homage to Vince Carter. What do you say to possible young players paying homage to you 20 years down the line?
Hopefully I've been in the league long enough, like Vince has, to leave an impact like he has. My biggest thing is just staying humble. The big thing that a lot of my parents and people of the older generation say, young kids nowadays, we feel entitled. We feel like, we deserve everything that we have, and that's not the case. You look at injuries that happened this whole year, this can be taken away in a matter of seconds. You could have a great day, and then it could be taken away. So you got to approach it every day like this is your last day. You got to go out there and just and work your butt off, because like I said, this isn't promised. Like I tell people, I didn't expect any of this to happen because, I was a kid who couldn't shoot, couldn't do anything, and it just continued to work. I didn't really let the high school rankings, the being top 5 in the draft, didn't let any of that affect me. Just going out there and just, taking it day by day. And if you continue to learn, learning's underrated for kids nowadays. Kids don't like to learn; they like to just do, and that's where the mistakes come. Just starting to learn and being able to understand that that's part of the process.
Thank you.
In the back.
Speedy from Complex right here. Was there one of those guys out there that you wanted to go head-to-head with in the finals?
Dennis.
Why
for sure.
Dennis?
Because I've lost dunk contests to him and Derrick Jones in high school a bunch, so I wanted to try and at least have a chance to go up against him. But unfortunately, he missed a few dunks. But like I said, I've been watching him dunk for a while, and it was pretty cool to be out there with him again.
Did you have another dunk if the dunk contest went one more round?
No.
So that was it for you?
Yeah, that was it.
Standing on the right.
Donovan, Nabatel, Sirius XM, NBA Radio. Wanted to ask you, you were talking about the visualization of, coming up, not thinking about being a top 10 pick. This rookie year has been magnificent for you, and it's really, you're gaining more and more confidence and more assertiveness. So talk about, did you visualize this a year ago, in your preparation and working hard for the draft, especially being under Coach Rick Pitino? Did he give you that confidence as well?
He gave me the confidence, to start shooting, to start shooting without having fear. There was a time where my freshman year I shot 25% from the field, and teams were letting me shoot. Like, oh, go ahead, airball this, airball that, and there comes a point in time where you just get tired of hearing it. As a competitor, I just got tired of hearing it. I got tired of hearing, oh, you can't shoot. And people who play basketball, they understand that's one of the most disrespectful things if a guy just sags off you. It's not a good thing. So I wanted, you're going to guard me. That was my mindset. And with him, he gave me, Coach P, he gave me the mindset of I can shoot, and no, I didn't think my shooting would get me to this point, but I just prepared like I was going against all the guys that wanted me to shoot, and all right, fine, you guys are going to pay eventually, and that's been my preparation ever since then.
And one more question: the elbow dunk. Did you think about doing that?
Yeah, but I saw what happened to Blake that one year where he had all those scars on his arm, so I was like, I'm not 6'10", and if that's happening to him and he's 6'10", I might slip off, and you never know. So I just wanted to be careful.
Thanks. Jerome here in the front.
Junkyard from CBN. Good, congratulations, Donovan, on your win.
Thank you.
My question is this. Now, you go by different monikers. You got the Spider. You also got Dr. Duncanstein. What is your favorite nickname?
Spider, for sure. Dr. Duncanstein is for Daryl Griffith and Daryl Griffith only. That's his name, and I prefer Spider for sure.
On the right side.
Donovan, your team's won 11 games in a row. You had a 40-point game. You had a big fourth quarter against San Antonio. Now you win the dunk contest. Can you just describe what this last month has been like?
No, a whirlwind. Honestly, this has been a fun month. It started with, Ricky's play. Rudy returned, and then Ricky came out. The streak I'm talking about, the Ricky just came out, averaging 28, 6, and 7 and for his first 4 games before he got hurt. And he really set the tone with that streak. He came in, he was a different, I call him a different Ricky. He came in, he was more vocal, locked in. He wasn't smiling as much. He looked real serious, and just completely changed. And I think we all kind of fed off of that. And we've all the one thing about our team is you can't tell if we're on an 11-game winning streak or 11-game losing streak. we're always happy. We're always happy to be around each other, and that's not always the case in the NBA. I'm starting to figure out, like, we enjoy each other's company on and off the floor, and that builds trust and you have faith in your teammates on the court once you start to build that chemistry off the court. And yeah, this month has been insane.
Rachel over here on the left.
As someone who's clearly completely impartial, how do you think this win should influence the Rookie of the Year race?
Not at all. Not at all. I don't think this should influence it at all. I think it's a great award, and I'm very honored and happy to have it. But I think Rookie of the Year is just based on one, how your team does, how you impact the team, and I wouldn't say necessarily statistics. There's a lot more to it than that. But I don't think the slam dunk contest should. I mean, if it does, that'd be cool. But I don't think it should personally.
Donovan, was it your idea to include Jordan, or was it Jordan's idea to be included?
It was my idea. She didn't like it at first, though. She didn't, because I've never jumped over her, but I've jumped over people taller than her, so I was like, I could definitely jump over you, no problem. And she didn't feel comfortable with it, so I was like, just kind of scooch down a little bit if you feel comfortable doing that. And then it was my idea to add Kevin Hart in there, but yeah, she was very nervous during the practices and all that, but I'm glad she was there for me.
And just follow up, why was it important to you to make sure Jordan was included?
For growing up, she's been to so many games. She's missed so many parties with friends, and it's tough, sometimes being a popular athlete's sibling. A lot of people don't know that. Like, she's sat in the car for hours while I've had games. She's done a lot, and I'm getting kind of emotional just saying all this. But yeah, she's my man Larry. Yeah, she's a trooper. She's driven in the car 14 hours with my mom to Louisville, and watched the game, and then drove back the same night. And to have a sister that's dedicated to doing that, to bring her out here for All-Star Weekend. She met Gabrielle Union. She freaked out. She took a picture of Odom Beckham, and all she does is show me videos of that guy. Like, for real. Like, that's all she does. Like, did you see him do this? See him do that? Like, so for her to be out here and see all this, I'm glad I could give this to her and kind of have her part of it. And her followers will go up, too. So I think she'll be happy about that.
Standing in the back left.
Since most of us are unable to dunk, can you describe the feeling you get when you're flying through midair and slamming the ball through the basket?
I think it's two different feelings. In the dunk contest, you're only focused on, like, I need to make this. Like, I think it's different. Like, in a game, obviously you need to make the 2 points. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's okay to miss dunks, but, you're just focused on, like, just power dunking. In the dunk contest, you get to a certain point where the adrenaline's there, so you're not worried about your legs. It's more so the concentration. And if you ever look at my face, I kind of bite my lip and, like, look real, like, either really happy or, like, really angry. It's just me just trying to dunk the ball as hard as I can, and my vein is throbbing right now, to be honest with you. But I just try and dunk it as hard as I can, because being my height, it's not normal. You see guys, kind of dunk as hard as I do.
Back right.
Don, what's up, man? With you being a dunk fanatic that you are, watching all the past, slam dunk winners, what do you feel like it's done for, watching the careers, or what happened once they won a dunk contest?
There's cases where it's propelled guys. There are some guys, who are just really, really good dunkers. But one of my favorites is Gerald Green. Outside of Vince Carter, obviously. Look at Michael Jordan's won it, Dominique's won it, but Gerald Green is one of my favorites. And look at what he's doing in Houston. It's just a matter of how you take it. I think it definitely builds a lot of hype around your name. But I'm gonna continue being the same kid that, to be honest, a lot of y'all didn't know going to Utah. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm going to keep being that kid. Despite being a slam dunk champion, I'm still the same 13th draft pick that got drafted to Utah, and we're still going to be the same team that's hopefully on continuing the multiple game winning streak. But, I think the biggest thing is not letting this get to here and just continuing to stay grounded and stay even keel.
Last question in the back.
Donovan, in your first season with the Utah Jazz, who has been the biggest mentor for you? What player?
I think it changed. I think it doesn't say it changes. I think it depends, on offense or defense. Defensively, I asked Thabo Sefolosha probably a million questions. Growing up, I'm a big LeBron fan, obviously, and he gave LeBron fits when they played in the finals. He's played with Kevin Durant, played with Westbrook, seen guys prepare. Seeing guys work, so I ask him 1,000 questions about everything. I ask him, what does he eat? How does he stretch? After a long road trip, how does he do this? And I think he's been one of the biggest life kind of advisors for me, just kind of figuring out. And I ask him, and the good thing with that is like he never gets annoyed of it. You know, it could be something little as, why can't I eat P.F. Chang's night before a game? Like, you know, like something like that, you know, and he'll give me his input, you know, and be like, man, there was one time I had McDonald's before a game, and it was the worst decision of my life, you know. And then offensively, I think being next to Ricky has helped me a lot. You know, I've been trying to become a better passer. That's been one of my things, you know, and obviously he's one of the best. You know, he throws behind the back passes for no reason and they're right on target, you know. So I'm like, in the Rising Stars game, I told him I'm just trying to be like you, just trying to get 15 assists. Unfortunately, I didn't get that, but it just depends, you know. And Joe Ingles obviously has been big for my confidence down the stretch. You know, I've been shooting the ball. I haven't been shooting the ball pretty well. And in fourth quarters, he looks at me and goes like, all right, it's time. Like whatever happened the first 3 quarters, it's over with. Like this is the time and the go. And when you have teammates like that are receptive and listen and allow you to ask questions as a rookie and don't feel threatened, I guess, I think that's the biggest thing. And, you know, in the league, there are guys who, oh, you play the same position as me. I'm not going to answer anything like that, you know. But the team that we have is not like that at all. We all want success for each other, and I think it's great to have teammates like that.
Thank you, Donovan.
Thank you, guys.
This concludes the session for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.